amaledluzane uzowathola.
Colleagues, may we close all the doors now? Can we? Forte choir, over to you. Thank you.
by virtue of the powers vested in me as Chancellor of the University of Fort Hare, I, Advocate Dumisan Sebeza SC, hereby constitute this congregation for the purpose of conferring of degrees and the awarding of certificates and diplomas. Ladies and gentlemen, may I invite you to take your seats.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you very much, Mr. Chancellor. I stand here to make a few opening remarks before the start of proceedings for this morning. This is the fifth ceremony. Today, we graduating students in the faculties of law and health sciences. Let me start by greeting members of council, members of the university's management executive, members of the extended management team, deans of faculties, directors, professors, members of Senate, academics, support services, staff, student representative council, students, invited guests, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, greetings. It's my pleasure to welcome you to this session this morning. This season, we're graduating 3,109 students across faculties and across levels, from first degrees, postgraduate degrees, and doctoral degrees. Graduation is a very important calendar event in the life of the university. It's a moment where we close a chapter, but we close that chapter by celebrating successes, excellence, resilience, and commitment to building the future. I'm not going to be long this morning because we have a long program. But I want us to start by taking a moment of silence for one of our senior members of staff in administration, Associate Professor Vuyisile Nkongi, Director of the Teaching and Learning Center, tragically passed away on Saturday night in his home in Butterworth. It's a very deep loss for the university. It's a very deep loss. We're in mourning. But we're comforted by the fact that he was a very important person and he left a legacy of excellence in administration. And so I would like us to stand and take a minute of silence in his honor. Thank you very much. Mr. Chancellor, I have given the same speech since Monday, so I'm going to skip certain elements of it because they're out there. And I'm just going to start by going back and saying we're graduating over 3,000 students across faculties. And I'm also very pleased to tell you that 60% of the graduates this year are women, 60% are women. And that's something worth celebrating. And I've also said these last 2 days, it was borne out in practice when people cross the stage. The majority of those who achieve their degrees and diplomas cum laude are women. And I have a lot of people to acknowledge today, but let me start at the top. I'm very pleased that yesterday we awarded an honorary doctorate to Mr. Omar Bacha, the renowned photographer, historian, and archivist. Someone with a long-standing kind of record in history, in activism, and of course, in the art of photography. Our council also approved another honorary doctorate, and that's for today. And that is Mr. Mda, who is here with us this morning. You would have seen him come up on stage. So we're going to start this ceremony by celebrating him. Now, Mr. Mda is a remarkable human being, an absolutely remarkable human being. He started his career here in 1941 as a first-year student, and he finished his degree in record time in 1943, graduated, and went into legal practice as a lawyer. He's a lawyer. So he's going to be awarded a degree in law. I'm told that he practiced as a lawyer, mainly in Butterworth for much of his career, but he also did time practicing in Mkanduli and in Bizana. Again, what's remarkable about all of this, it's his life. This year, he celebrated 102 years. 102 years. We're very pleased that we can call him one of our own, and during his long life, we have the opportunity to celebrate him in life and in person. And I'm very pleased that he's come here. He's come accompanied by family, members of his family, and I'll read them. Professor Tobeka Mda is here up on stage, and then other members of the family are up here in front. Ms. Nyameka Mda, Pindelwa Mda, Lizeka Mda, Zulu Mda, Luyanda Alexander, Lisedi Alexander, Avugele Mabombo, and Mark Frederick. That's his family. Those with different names are obviously grandchildren to Tatumda. Tatumda has recorded his life in an autobiography, which you can find and read and so on. But I want us to give him, even before he comes up on stage, to give him a warm round of applause for a 102-year-old. Mr. Chancellor, I also want to acknowledge others who are graduating today. I want to acknowledge others who are graduating. I want to start with a young man from Tsomo, Siamanga Zondi from Tsomo. He's 19 years old. On Friday, he's going to graduate with a Bachelor of Commerce. Obviously, this is someone who entered university when they were 16 years old. Okay? And we're very pleased, and congratulations to Siamanga. Again, from the small town of Tsomo, again, Sijonge Sonke Peter, at 28 years, on tomorrow, he will graduate with a Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry. Yesterday, a 71-year-old, now Dr. Badedo Ulwafemi Emihinola, graduated with a PhD in social sciences. Also yesterday, now Dr. Mkubi Given Mdliva, an award-winning author and educationist, 66 years old, graduated with a Doctor of Philosophy in African Languages. And you will be interested to know that he wrote his entire thesis, PhD thesis, Gestos. And the title will interest you even further. You'll want to read it. Uphicoto nzulu lolwimi olusengela phansi amanina kwisihobe sesiXhosa. If you can crack that. Which means that his work examines 50 Xhosa poems from the 20th century, 21st century, and exposes how both male and female poets have historically used language that demeans women. And surely that's something that many of us will be interested to read. On Monday, we graduated in education, Bachelor of Education, Lukolo Anim Mhlabeni, 25 years old, a mother of one, from Danzane. This is someone who's kind of shown resilience, because during her time of studies, not only did she lose both parents, she also lost 2 siblings, but was able to pull through and graduate here on Monday. And we're very, very proud of her. We have students living with disabilities. There are a number of them. I have recognized them both on Monday and yesterday, and there's a list of 11 of them. None of them are in these 2 faculties today, so I'm not going to read out the names, but they know themselves. We've acknowledged them publicly. The choir, the Forte Choir, also has graduates this season. There are 2 of them. Ulihle Lange, Bachelor of Law. Ulihle upi? Lihle? Where's Lihle? Yes. Umvelisi Ngangeni, Bachelor of Health Sciences, Human Movement Studies. Where is it? Is it you, please? Yes. Thank you very much. Again, I will acknowledge other members of the choir. Whoa, slow down. Your turn will come too. I will acknowledge the other members of the choir at each session where they have members graduating, but congratulations to all of them. And then I want to go to the Faculty of Law, particularly because this is a graduation for Faculty of Law. And in law, the moot court is one very important mode of training. You have to go there, go through the mill, and prove your worth, and prove your mettle there. And there are several of our students that have made us extremely proud, that have taken the Forte flag globally, that have taken it to the continent, the rest of the continent, and to the rest of the country, to the Constitutional Court, where moot courts are held. I want to acknowledge them one by one. These are the future lawyers, these are the future judges of our country. Unhlanhla Faltin Nolili Mbengo. Unhlanhla, where are you? Right. Where's Lily? Lily? Lily Mbengo, is she here? Okay, not here. But Nhlanhla, you can see him standing there at the back. Now, you may sit down, Nhlanhla. They made it to the final rounds of the Nelson Mandela World Moot Court competition in Geneva, Switzerland. And they were the only South African team out of 24 that competed there, only South African team. And in the end, out of 24, they came out number 14. 14 in the world. Thank you very much and congratulations, Nhlanhla and Lily. And then Njabulo Tibeti and previous patients, Mufungazira, are they here? Right. Let's give Nhlanhla another round of applause, please. Right. As I was saying and moving on, there are other students who are graduating who also stand out. And this year, 5 members of the Student Representative Council are graduating. The president of the SRC, Aphelele Kalagahla, is here. He's graduating. He's graduating a BSc honors in computer science. And then should be here, the Secretary General of the SRC, Odwa Msaro, is there. There's Odwa. That's it. Thank you very much and congratulations. Right. And then on Friday, Naluluvo James will graduate a Bachelor of Commerce. On Friday, Asonele Magwakaza will graduate a Bachelor of Commerce honors in Transport Economics. And then yesterday, Nangamsom Songelwa graduated a Bachelor of Social Science in Human Settlement. Now, I want to take you to another, there's two others. This is very important. Yesterday, Mr. Wulelani Thompson, he's a security officer in the university. He's a security officer at Tiosoga. This is someone who came in 2002 to do degree studies, but had to leave because of financial issues. Came back in 2021, completed the degree, and yesterday he graduated his honors degree at 44 years old. Now I want to move to, we have a new look certificate, a new branded certificate with enhanced safety features, 14 to be precise, 14 safety features for this certificate. It looks different. Those who know Forte certificates, it looks different. And that's what it looks like. And you can see at the back as well, there's additional features there, at the bottom and at the top, like that, right? So that means you'll have now a certificate that is foolproof, that will not be counterfeited. No, I'm not going to say counterfeited easily. It will not at all. It is not at all. It is secure. Even a cousin, you can't make a copy for your cousin or for your malume or any of that. Thank you very much for that, Registrar. Thanks for taking care of that. And again, this is part of all the efforts that we've been embarking on to make sure that irregularities and fraud and all of that have no place in this institution. Now, the one thing I wanted to say is that we're here to celebrate. You'll notice that at this ceremony, and I'm going to ask for your cooperation, we don't have a program director, right? It's autopilot. If a big Airbus 380 can fly 30,000 feet up on autopilot, the graduation ceremony at Fort Hare can also happen on autopilot. And that's what it's going to mean. But it means self-regulation. Everyone has got to regulate themselves. When we celebrate, we give a chance to everyone to be acknowledged and celebrated. So I'm not going to come back here. There's no one else. It's only the dean calling out names, the registrar, deputy registrar, hooting people. That's all. So it's very important, therefore, that we keep to that. But other than that, please celebrate. I don't want to see people sitting back and so on. The choir is going to vibe things up quite a lot. And the students are going to vibe it up. And members of the family are invited. There's very few things are not permitted. Yeah, very few things are not permitted. You can imagine, you can't take off your clothes, you can't do that. But anything else you can do. You can run up and down, but please, 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 make sure that you tone it down when it's time for the next person. Tone it down. And I'll ask security again. Yesterday I did ask you, I wasn't entirely happy. Where there's a group of people making noise, go to them and just tell them to keep it down. Yeah. Now, I saw security going up, so so go to them and just tell them and reason with them and make sure that they keep it short. In that way, we'll get everyone through. By the end of it, this room will be on fire. So that's very, very important. So celebrate yourselves, celebrate your resilience, perseverance, your excellence, your commitment to knowledge and studies, and celebrate the fact that you've come to this point and that you've arrived in the future. The future begins now. That's very important. While I'm on that, it's important that I say this. It's important that you celebrate the future and that you'll start walking into that future and go and serve yourself, serve your family, serve your community, serve your town, your province, your country, serve the world if needs be. Serve with dignity, with honor, with integrity, with honesty, all of those things put together. Don't steal. Yeah, very important. Don't steal. Be an ambassador of this great university. Be an ambassador. Next year we turn 110 years old. Be a good ambassador of the University of Fort Hare. For family, please celebrate. There's no other moment like this. And I see some families, there's a multi-generational thing now, Mr. Buya. Congratulations, I see you're here for the second time in 4 years. You're back here. It means there's another Buya graduating. That's what we want. We want to continue the family traditions, celebrate that, and celebrate. I want you to see you doing some things where you're sitting, right? And other families and other members. There are a few things that are very important here. One is that actually you can do a few things. You can do a few things here on stage as long as you do that there. Not in front of the Chancellor. Once you're there, that ceremonial ground, that sacred ground. Don't do that thing. I've seen people do things there. I will stop you. I'm going to be sitting right there. I'll stop you. So please do your thing here. You can dance, you can jump. I've seen people do things here. The second thing, when you get to the Chancellor, please make sure you kneel, at least one knee on that very nice cushion. Not this thing. There's nothing like that. There's nothing like that. The Chancellor will refuse to cap you until you put one knee down, at least one knee down. It's quite comfortable and okay. The third issue I've seen, again, I'm saying this because I've seen people taking selfies up on stage. No, call selfie up. You stop your selfies there, and then the minute you land that side, you can restart your selfies, not here. Student up well, graduate again, bethi selfie aku Chancellor nge-selfie khangela. No. Monday, khona enye iponi. Bone apha, yathi sawuphuma pha ku-Chancellor, yangathi zawungena ngapha left, yathi xa igqiba apha yangathi zawungena kweza rails pha. Ndabona uba imnandi le. Izolo, sibone another one. This one, ifike pha, ithe wambu nje igama ayinxibanga. Ithe wambu nje. Xa ethi pha ku-Chancellor caba imikhono le iyacinezeleka. We had to tell him to stand up and be proper. Nayo ndiqonda uba ingathi ithe vram kamnandi. No, please. I've asked again the officials to make sure that they pull out anyone ongati ufudumele bamphumele ecaleni. There's a possibility that person will not be allowed to graduate. It's disrespect for the Chancellor, disrespect for people here, disrespect for everyone. So uba uzushushu selubisi kwangoku. Please help yourself to a glass of milk. I'm told it works. And then by the time your chance comes up, you'll be good. You'll be good. Yeah. So there's that. There's a camera there. When you're getting hooded there's a camera directly there. So whatever you do, please stay away from that part so that the camera can be able to take pictures. It's for the benefit of the graduate. So they gave you that picture of you being hooded. So please stay away from that part of the hall. The other thing that is very important is that I know you have lecturers, you really are grateful for the support and for the training they gave you. You want to hug them, you want to come and hug them here, not on stage. Please, the lecturers can go that side at the bottom, at the landing, and hug you there. No fist bumping or no handshakes up on stage, please. Please, don't do that. Otherwise, those are the issues. I want to introduce a few more special guests. The president of Convocation of the University of Fort Hare, Mr. Apelele Pezisa, is here. Where's Mr. Pezisa today? He was here all along. He's not able to attend today. But he's been coming. I'm sure he'll be here tomorrow. I wanted to introduce him. I also want to introduce Professor Ntsebeza. Professor Ntsebeza was until last year, he was the chairperson of the council of the university. So today, he is here as my guest because in particular, he wanted to witness the award of the honorary degree to Mr. Mdamda. So he's my guest. He's up on stage as my guest. And then also my guest up and on stage is the Deputy Chief Secretary of the Office of the President and Cabinet in Zimbabwe, Mr. Churu, and that's him there. Mr. Churu is leading a delegation that will hold discussions this afternoon with us on this Zimbabwe Presidential Scholarship Program, how to optimize it and so on and so forth. And with him, therefore, is the Chief Director of the Zimbabwe Presidential Scholarship Program, Dr. Kashere. Yes. Yes. And also, from that office is Mr. Mungate, also from Zimbabwe. Thank you. Right. That, having been done, brings us to the end of the remarks. And from now on, we're going to move on to the next item. Professor Roos here next door, Faculty of Humanities, had his birthday yesterday. So we sang him. I almost said, let's sing for him. He was going to be double lucky. But yes, thank you very much, everyone. Graduates, let's see how you applaud yourself. All right, is that all? Is that all you have? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, again, we don't expect to see you seated there, arms folded. We want you to see you happy. We want to see joy. Let's give these graduates a very, very solid round of applause. Thank you very much.
Honored guests, I present to you Mr. Mda. Mr. Mda was born on 25 March 1923 at Ngambedlana, a rural village just outside Mthatha in the Eastern Cape. Both his parents were teachers. He matriculated at Lovedale College in 1940. Lovedale was one of the most famous and prestigious colleges or schools at the time, alongside Hilltown in Fort Beaufort and St. John's College in Mthatha. His reminiscence of his time at Lovedale College was that of a British lady who taught them history. The latter, according to him, was his favorite subject. In his words, open quote, "History was my special delight," close quote. When he registered for his BA degree at the University of Fort Hare in 1941, history was one of his major subjects, the other being native administration. Intent in pursuing a career in teaching, Mr. Mda enrolled for a diploma in education, also at the University of Fort Hare. However, he never pursued teaching as a career. Under the influence of his father, Simon Mda, Mr. Mda registered for an LLB degree at the University of Cape Town in 1944. Mda has fond memories of his time at the University of Fort Hare. He never forgets to mention that it is at the University of Fort Hare that he was first referred to as Mr. as part of orientating students to etiquette in general. Discipline was part of this orientation, and Mr. Mda recalls that a curfew at 8 p.m. was strictly enforced and no intoxicants were tolerated. Over and above etiquette, Mr. Mda credits the University of Fort Hare of his time for academic excellence, what he refers to as the discovery of books and the thrill of delving deeply into the library. These are important lessons for the University of Fort Hare of today. Owing mainly to financial constraints, Mda could not complete his law degree at the University of Cape Town. However, this did not discourage him from pursuing a career in law. He thus registered for articles of clerkship in Mthatha. He recalls that the task was not without huge challenges. He was left to fend for himself. During his clerkship, he was never given a case. He was never into court, and he never saw a Supreme Court summons. All this was at a time when he was preparing for the attorney's admission examination. However, he was resilient and made good use of the library and what he had learned at UCT. He says that he passed the examination easily. As a lawyer, Mr. Mda was regarded by his colleagues in the legal fraternity as a role model. At Mda's centenary celebration in March 2023, Advocate Mzwandile Nzaluba described him as an easygoing person, not ostentatious, who dedicated his life to training young lawyers well into his 90s. Above all, Mr. Mda was an activist lawyer and a lifetime member of the New Unity Movement, where he cut his political teeth. He was particularly concerned about the land question in South Africa. According to him, his persistence that there would be no peace in South Africa for as long as the land question had not been resolved was not about revenge, but it was about restorative justice. Following Professor Crane's Sodin, Mr. Mda has given us, I beg your pardon, a gift, his memo, A Struggle and Hope, Reflections on the Recent History of the Transkeian People, which was published by Sun Media in 2019 and which he published at the age of 96. At the launch of his book at the Nelson Mandela University, Mr. Mda had the following message for students and the youth in general, open quote. There is so much that needs to be done in South Africa because of the legacy of the past. It behoves us to do a lot of cleaning up of the Ogian stables of apartheid. It is a heavy burden for this generation. Everything is upside down, close quote. This conferment of an honorary Doctor of Laws on a person of Mr. Mda's caliber sends a message of the University of Fort Hare commitment to discipline, justice, and academic excellence. Mr. Mda is a role model in the legal fraternity and has trained many young lawyers even after retirement in 2015 at the age of 92. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, Mr. Mda Mda.
Uzawunilisha. No. I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
Chancellor, I have the pleasure to request Dr. Mda to address the congregation.
I believe a video will be run instead of asking Dr. Mda on the stage.
To all of you, my good friends, who have sacrificed this day to come and spend it with me and my family, a hearty thank you. My days of making speeches is long over. So all now I do is to sit and listen. So, ngesiXhosa, nibamba ngazibini kunu nonke, ningadinwa nangomso. Nigoduke niye emakhaya safely. Enkosi.
General Smuts thanked us for our subservience, not by lessening the load of oppression, but by likening us to the donkey. With the Native Administration Act number 38 of 1927, the Governor General became the Supreme Chief of the Natives. What colossal cheek. With power to appoint, recognize anybody as chief or paramount chief of any tribe. Now, when that act was passed, people just disregarded and said, but that is nonsense. But when these things are made, you see, it's not for fun. Now, in 1938, the young Pondo, now monarch, Mandlonga, died. And in 1939, the government used those powers now to appoint their own nominee, Bota Sitao, as chief, as against who the Pondos thought should be Nelson. And for the first time now, the government had a hold on the Pondo chieftainship, because now the incumbent was their man. There was a new voice that was becoming very loud. The Nationalist Party now, with its Herrenvolk philosophy now and its new neo-Nazi outlook, was bringing out this policy of apartheid. And the theoreticians, Dr. Verwoerd, Iselen, and all the others, for the first time now, we had always thought that, you see, even in our, that the English are the slim boggers, crafty fellows, you see, who are very clever and deceitful. But no, not the Afrikaners. This is just blunt and rough, you see. No bluff with the Afrikaner, and Kafres and Kafr, and that's it, eh? But no, not these apartheid. They were the biggest liars we had ever seen south of the equator. And when they spoke about this apartheid, no, there is no oppression here, no inferiority or superiority. These are separate freedoms, that all. Except that they were in charge of these freedoms, and they were the ones who were deciding who must have what, you see. But what I'm unhappy about, who will be leading the masses? Who will manage that? Because now you can't, people with their anger must be properly focused, and there must be leadership which now is long-sighted and is able. Otherwise, don't just use the people as cannon fodder, because now people can get hurt and achieve nothing. In September 1955, in one fell swoop, the government dismissed dozens of Qatar members, including the whole executive of Qatar. Now, the detractors of Qatar were not sympathetic. In fact, the prevailing mood was, quote, "The fools should have known better. They asked for it." These teachers had not broken any rules or regulations and had not absconded from work. On the contrary, they had strained every heart, nerve, and sinew to ensure that despite all the handicaps they worked under, the results in their schools should not be inferior or poorer than those in the well-equipped schools, and in that they succeeded. Qatar was not at the low level of being merely a trade union concerned with teachers' salaries and working conditions. They were victimized and crucified for defending the right of the African child to receive true and unadulterated education. Now look, man, in our time, adversity, there was no security there. What was there now was our own rules. That now here, which were not forced on us by the authorities. The senior students of their own volition put this before us. Everybody within the premises by certain hour sleeping time. No one sleeps out. No liquor on the university premises. It's not the wardens. Those are the regulations by the students. So that there, it was unthinkable, and it never happened, that there could ever be any rape of a student by a student. On one occasion, yeah, we were returning from conference with Mbeki, 2 buses. Mbeki had been moved towards now the American stand. When we arrived at Somo, the river was in flood and water was over the bridge. And we were going in can Masai buses, so that people were afraid, dangerous. All right, the first bus went, many people left the bus, and only when they saw that that bus was across did they agree. And then the second bus now was carrying an overload. And Mbeki was the only one who refused. He was left on the other side. So that 2 people now had to go and fetch him, take off their boots, take off their trousers. And when we were asking, why do these men put us to all this trouble? Look, we must not all die. There must be one person must remain to tell the tale. I don't like this emphasis on apartheid, as if before apartheid. That is misleading. Colonialism and imperialism, that was a dirty thing. I remember when we were still students at Lovedale, you know, all this propaganda. You are the cream of your people. That's what the children are to. You are the cream of your people. And then these people are referred to as barbarians, so that as we were boarders at Lovedale, those students outside were referred to as Jaguars. The first time I learned of the term Jaguar was not now in biology about animals and stuff. They said, no, it was there. Referring to the as a chapa. Don't associate as a chapa. Don't associate with this chapa. In other words, you see, sowing divisions about misleading and so on. How can you tell me now? You want to tell me that Julius Malema is my son, because we have the same color. What have I got to do with the scoundrel? Now, you tell me now that, you see, why must you want to put me with thieves like scoundrels like Zuma? The man is a crook. I know how he escaped. Because if the case had gone to court, he would have got the same as Jack Salibi. And they know that. That is why they prevented the case. Now, you want to tell me that now, you must say now, Zuma is my brother. The thief? No. So we were emancipated from that type of rubbishment long ago. Never mind. Only last year, this university student, they had invited now Zuma to come here. Now, if at this time you don't know who Zuma is and what harm he has done to this country, then you should not even be at university. You should we must know our past and be able to interpret it correctly. We learn, or we were supposed to learn from our history so that we don't repeat those mistakes. Unfortunately now, we don't pay particular attention to our history. And as a result, we keep on making those same mistakes. One other thing, if there is anything missing in South African politics, it is principle, it is scruple, it is honesty, it is integrity. All that is happening is that it is about self. We must learn now, and also people who are in leadership positions must toe the line of doing the good of the community. They are not our masters before now whom we must bow and kowtow. They are people whom we must hold to account, and we must be rigid in our insistence that they must go the straight line. Thank you.
I feel both humbled, but at the same time gratified that this accolade comes from my beloved, alma mater. The 3 years I spent at my alma mater are hugely responsible for making me the person I am. Although I love my university, Fort Hare, the name University of Fort Hare, however, does not find a place in my heart and mind. The situation on the bank of the Chume River is right in the center of Xhosa land, in the territory of Prince Anda, one of our heroes in defense of the fatherland. Fort Hare is one of many forts built by the British invaders to protect their captured territory. To use imperialist jargon, it was one of the terrorist dens. When the university was built, there was no intention to honor Colonel Hare. It just so happened that the fort was on the land chosen for the university. AmaXhosa fought in the First War against the European invaders in 1779 at the Xelekwa Valley through 1812, when Amaxhosa were forced across the Fish River, until the land of the Amaxhosa from the Umtamvuma River to Xelekwa was in 1879, all in the so-called New South Africa, with the Africans now landless. Given the location of the university, historically in the center of Xhosa land, and the struggles fought to keep the land, is the name the University of Xhosa Land not the name appropriate for what we call Fort Hare today? And now, this is chosen for today from his book. Whatever view one subscribes to, there can be no arguing that the current South African regime is fully committed to the neoliberal project. By all accounts, the country is in bad shape. Apparently, it has not been able to cast off its imperialist, colonialist curse, or has it? To make matters worse, our proud new South Africa has been plagued by a host of troubles, many self-inflicted. We have apparently gone astray from the path of liberation. Having lost our way, we are helplessly floundering in the desert, misled by the unprincipled, the unscrupulous, the self-centered, and narrow-minded. The essential attributes of honesty, uprightness, integrity, and a sense of honor are missing in our public life. The country is mired in a morass of shameless greed and rampant corruption. In all of this, the biggest culprit has been the African National Congress. The country has been brought to its knees and is desperately struggling to keep its head above water. We have reached the moment when, in the words of former US President Richard Nixon, we must make an agonizing reappraisal. Instead of attending to the issues afflicting the country, the powers that be are engaged in a Vanity Fair of celebration after celebration, extolling the virtues of countless ANC leaders. We are treated throughout the year to a nauseating chorus of self-congratulation and ANC achievements, namely sacrifices in the struggle, liberating the country, defeating apartheid, and so on. The monotonous theme of these sermons is that we are beholden to them, and therefore must gladly suffer their sins of commission and omission. If we are unhappy or discontented, we must not forget apartheid was far worse. Talk of poor service delivery and corruption is disloyalty. In this undignified scramble to feed at the throat of self-enrichment, we have forgotten the urgent and vital task of building a nation. What South Africans seem to have forgotten is that the Convention for a Democratic South Africa, CODESA, and the Kempton Park Accord was meant to be the start of a process of dismantling the old South Africa and the building of a new just society. CODESA and the Kempton Park Accord left the most important and vital question of land restitution unresolved. Throughout the era of imperialist invasion and colonization, the Dutch and British conquerors never sat down with the indigenous people they conquered to agree and sign a peace treaty. The victors cynically and unilaterally used means like ethnic cleansing to uproot and displace the natives. There is not a shred of legitimacy in the way the Africans were dispossessed. The victors then cynically and brutally imposed their will and laws. It was only in the last decade of the 20th century that they finally grudgingly sat down with the black majority. They had not been converted to the idea of a single, non-racial, and democratic South Africa. They still wanted to retain as much as they could of their former exclusive rights and privileges of the old South Africa. They yielded on the issue of a single South African nation with universal adult franchise. They refused to budge on the question of land restitution, and that was left unresolved. Land has been taken from the Africans, had been taken from the Africans by force. there was blood and tears. If white South Africans refuse to part with their ill-gotten gains, force might well be used. It will not be revenge, but do not expect smiles and handshakes. Land restitution is not an option. It is a prerequisite and a sine qua non for a truly new South Africa. Thank you.
The conferring of the degrees and the awarding of diplomas and certificates. I request the candidates to take up their positions, whereupon I shall then call on the Dean of the Faculty to present the candidates for the various qualifications.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Nursing on the listed candidate.
I hereby confer the degree.
Dondashe Mtise Tubeka. The title of a thesis, a program for promoting the uptake of organ donation among the isiXhosa community in the Eastern Cape Province.
Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Laws on the listed candidate.
I hereby confer the degree.
Shibambu Ofri Njuveko, title of the thesis, an analysis of licensing conditions in the commercialization of public funded intellectual property from South African universities. Supervisor, Professor E.S. Nauche.
Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Master of Nursing on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Mzuku Nozuku Faith. Congratulations. Go to the
Well done.
Nyangeni Waita.
Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Masters of Health Sciences in Human Movement Science on the listed candidates in absentia.
I hereby confer the degree.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Masters of Public Health on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Makaleni Ntombakaya Phyllis.
Well done.
Matukane Alusha Nkateko.
Well done.
Mdingi Bukwa Namshla Linda.
Well done.
Mjijelwa Vuyolewetu. Congratulations.
Well done.
Mohoto Nukwanda Teddy Bear. Congratulations.
Well done.
Mtinjwa Mzameleni. Congratulations. How do you say your name?
Well done.
Salmone. Oh, I thought so. Beatrice Salmone Jordania.
Well done.
Congratulations. Mpetlo Mbapi Agnes.
Congratulations.
Piers Antoinette.
Congratulations.
Sabuza Ntombizetu Sybil.
Congratulations.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Master of Law, Competition Regulations on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Nogame Snesisa,
Well done.
Zisile Alizwa,
Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Master of Philosophy in Human Rights on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Jogani Mkuseli,
Well done.
Millicent Lindokuhle Kubeka,
Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Master of Laws on the listed candidate.
I hereby confer the degree.
Chigume Innocent,
No, yes.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Health Sciences Honours in Human Movement Science on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Kwai Lukona.
Well done.
Mbiko Londiwe.
Well done.
Mfisi Ngazimlo Natasha Kakamba.
Well done.
Mjoji Uyana. Mseswa Lumka Nancy. Congratulations.
Well done.
Keleka Lukangela. Congratulations.
Well done.
Huza Nikita Anasipo.
Well done.
Swadi Khomotso Nelly. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to award the postgraduate diploma in clinical HIV/AIDS management on the listed candidates.
I hereby award the diploma.
Buza Luazi.
Diploma.
Quinana Frida Barbara Nulundi. Congratulations. Nzenze Kanyisa.
Congratulations.
Nopote Atule. Sachini Amanda. Congratulations. Toby Vuyo. Chatani Irene Nokolo. Willem Akona Shelley. Congratulations. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to award the postgraduate diploma in public health on the listed candidates.
I hereby award the diploma.
Diba Melesiswe. Dungelo Apiwe. Jack Nosepiwe. Kapai Amanda Sivanati. Congratulations. Maqinwana Ntekelelo. Congratulations. Magakra Siwapiwe. Njakula Vatiswa Monica. Congratulations. Motsamai Tandiswa Sinelita. Ndleleni Nonsasa. Nodwengu Sinazo Florence. Nomavai Lichlumile Delicia. Ntontela Simnikiwe Gloria. Ano Buchlebezwe. Good morning, congratulations. Pangwa Tina. Good morning. The next one. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Health Sciences in Human Movement Science on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Burns Anele. Good morning. Congratulations. Te Siamtanda. Dorotile Linda Sipo. Good morning. Congratulations. Duca Isavile. Dwalana Amachle. Congratulations. Diasian Luando. Congratulations. Funda Asitandile. Kwai Sibulele. Gwili Silivile. Shlangani Sipesihle. Javele Isapile. Jengra Samkalisiwe. Kati Anele. Kahisa Sibulele. Luhuengo Senaliswe. Congratulations. Makala Talent. Mashlati Mongezi. Masepe Untatile. Congratulations. Machai Nkatalo. Congratulations. Mbana Luto. Mbedle Apendiwe. Congratulations. I'll read it out now. No. Mbinzwa Abanati. Mdichwa Yanelisa. Good morning. Congratulations. I'm going to read it out now. Mgedu Refelio. Mkwanazi Tembaletu Nosipo. Mlembelele Usapila. Good morning. Congratulations. Ngangeni Mvelisi Norman. Congratulations. Makolo Mathri. Congratulations. Moshi Andesiwe. Mpofana Yuleka. Mzinyati Sinavuyo. Ndlala Sinazo. Ngwana Tandi. Nkonzo Ayanda Kanya. Congratulations. Nokele Sinalo. Nompecheni Awanele. Congratulations. Ngache Tapelo. Congratulations. Nshangase Tandiswa. Panya Peliswa. Pukwana Onela Unako. Khadebe Signolo. Congratulations. Sitolo Sumila. Tutani Pumzile Matu. Chuawuza Simaza. No, this is not you. Is this you? Okay, wait, let me do that again. Tutiwe Anatando. I turned the page too quickly. Tsawuza Simaza. Congratulations. Eko Puma. Congratulations. Zamiza Susipe Zamambo. Zintu Moriseka. Zukulu Miranda Leila.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Commerce in Law on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Cekiso Siphelele. Cilichana Mila, Guqa Nasipi Emihle, Kapai Uyanda, Makapela Akonke, Mali Nosibulelo, Nkuna Nandi Keith, Stemela Ndinga Feza, Tindleni Ntsika Sango, Vuso Sipiwe, Wawi Bambelela, Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Laws on the listed candidates. Bangani Sivuyisiwe, Bevile Sinesipho, Bevile. Botile Anesipho, Bungalipheli Sikholiwe, Busakwe Yonela, Cekiso Amahle Princess Loli, Chakulunga Elector, Chauke Jabulani Trinity. Klassen Kioni. Kopa Asipile. Daguse Zezetu. Digo Sinetemba. Fali Lisakanya. Fandeso Zikona. Fekia na Yonela. Foxi Aviwe. Fuchane Unako. Golotela Simpiwe. Gebe Sandile. Geza Unam. Gobile Bonga. Gojo Yena. Gola Sisanda. Goja Xola Vuyelwa. Gotore Blessed Courage. Kwabaza Alungile. Gaba Sisipho. Hlazo Sanele. James Sitenkosi. Jam Sibulele. Janda Zizipho. Jekwa Mandisi Edison. Jubase Luzuko. Jwaku Siviwe Kamva. Kebengu Mbasa. Khanyile Thabiso Nkosipindile Austin. Kwetani Yandisa. Kinana Atenkosi. Heleni Simamkele. Kubheka Thokozani. Kunene Mzwandile Maxwell. Kwani Siyambuka. Lamati Nomveliso Leonora. Langa Avoyile Nangamso. Langa Lihle. Letsi Lotwane. Luzipho Kamva Lwenene. Mabaya Rumbidzai Sharon. Mabele alizwa. Mabhude kwenza kwakhe. Madasa Yonela. Madikizela emihle. Madolwana ayola. Madziva Sanders. Magazi Mthetheleli Joyce Lovo. Magia Lulamela. Maju Anita. Makhabane Yanga. Makaula Yondinwabisa. Makeleni Njebo Lennox. Makitla Kumo. Mama Sesinazo. Mangane Londiwe. Manchula Abulele. Masango Masejo Fortune. Maselana Zanele. Matyalana Lukolo. Matyeshana Lutando. Mayekiso Elihle. Mbanjwa Zinhle Sandra. Mbathasi Phesihle. Mduna Xola. Mejeni Sisonke Pride. Mgolodelwa Unathi. Matu Lucia. Mjokovane Ngcwelekazi. Mkhozwana Phumeza. Mkunqwana Makuthweni Luxolo. Mkhutukwana Miriam. Mlindazwe Chulumanco. Mlinjana Zinhle. Mlomlwayo Sibabalwe. Nakwa Sinovuyo. Nana Simiselo. Mtukathandwa Pheliwe Zukelwa. Moleko Moleki. Moleshe Siyamthanda. Mpelane Nozipho. Mpukumpa, sikelela. Mqethema ayabulela. Mkhwebi busisiwe. Msakho odwa. Mthini siziphiwe. Mtsali onezwa. Mchiso menzi. Mufunganzira previous patients. Mukunyaidze Hazel Nyaradzai. Mvakwendlu Lwando. Mvubu Yolanda Zusiphe. Mvunelo Masakhe. Mzansi Anathi. Mzini Mxolisi Vuyani Junior. Ngamani Mbasa Sibabalwe Uviwe. Ncwadi Nikita Sisanda. Ndamase Sinelizwi. Ndlovu Sharon, Ndou Livuani, Nzabela Sonwabile, Ngobo Lihle Ayabulela, Ngobeni Matimba Isaac, Ngowana Lifa Wetson, Nikani Siyabulela Berry, Njikela Avuzwa, Njoloza Asive, Nkatimeng Lerato Magabo, Nkasai Mawande, Nkopho Buhle, Nkentsha Aviwe Sikhululwe, Nobhatyi Kamvelihle Amanda, Nombila Sithule, Nominga Khulile, Nomga Khulile, Nonciki Avelile, Noxaka Lona, Nhleki Yolanda, Ntozini Viwe, Nsinye o Ntabeleng. Nchika Buntu. Nyali Mongi. Nyangiwe Sinawo. Phamana Thotyelwa. Philanda Terik Jason. Peli Amila. Puni Zipho. Khalakhala Nomfundo. Khasi Neziswa Signoria. Ralph Jada Kimberlin. Seti Wanda. Sidliki Sive. Sihole Banati. Siqiti Athule. Sithebe Siboleke Nonhle. Siyo Lonwabo. Smile Sange. Sogakaza Antonia. Somi Luxolo. Stefane Owami Mlibo. Sukula Siolise. Tibeti Njabulo. Tiki Ngumisa Constance. Chabalala Promise Kondani. Faltein Tlanhla. Woko Asadumodwa. Xobololo Siphosethu. Joao Nigel Takana.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Nursing on the listed candidates. Before we call the graduates up, I would like to ask Mr. Dalase, a clinical facilitator in the Department of Nursing and Public Health, to lead the graduates with the Nurses' Pledge.
May you repeat after me as I take you through your oath. I solemnly pledge myself to the service of humanity and will endeavor to practice my profession with conscience and with dignity. I will maintain, by all the means in my power, the honor and the noble tradition of my profession. The total health of my patients will be my first consideration. I will hold in confidence all personal matters coming to my knowledge. I will not permit consideration of religion, nationality, race, or social standing to intervene between my duty and my patient. I will maintain the utmost respect for human life. I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honor. Thank you. You may take your seats.
Holy Odwa. Henene Spokolo. Machobeni Simnikiwe. Maklakasi Bantu. Mkatali Sivele. Mtuti Sisanda. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Science in Speech, Language and Pathology on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
I ask that Ms. Refilo Khatse, a lecturer in the Department of Natural and Rehabilitative Sciences, join me on stage to lead these graduates in their Speech, Language, Pathology pledge.
Good morning. Can I kindly ask our colleagues to stand up, our speech therapists? Thank you. Colleagues, I'd like to ask you to please turn to page 18 of the programs that we have. As you're turning to that page, just a reminder that as we take our pledge, this is a way for us as health professionals. This is a pledge we're making to the communities we're gonna serve, our colleagues, that this is how we will conduct ourselves. The pledge goes as follows. As a candidate for the degree in speech language therapy at the University of Fort Hare, I solemnly declare I will exercise throughout my career my professional responsibilities to the best of my knowledge and ability for the safety and welfare of all persons entrusted to my care.
I will exercise my professional responsibilities to the best of my ability. Conduct my professional with honesty and compassion and
Respect the dignity, worth, and rights of those whom I shall serve.
And shall respect the dignity, worth, and rights of those whom I serve.
I shall provide accurate and current information about the nature and management of communication and swallowing disorders.
I shall provide accurate and current information about the nature and management of communication and swallowing disorders.
I shall maintain high standards of professional competence in rendering services, providing only those professional services for which I am qualified by education and experience.
I shall maintain high standards of professional competence in rendering services, providing only those professional services for which I am qualified by education and experience.
I shall maintain the confidentiality of the information and records of those receiving services.
I shall maintain the confidentiality
of the information and records of those receiving services.
I shall uphold my responsibility to the public by promoting public understanding of the profession and by supporting development of services designed to fulfill unmet needs of the public.
I shall upload my responsibilities to the public, promoting understanding of the profession and by supporting the development of services designed to fulfill the unmet needs of the public.
I shall carry out all respects of my professional work with a sensitivity to the multilingual and multicultural nature of society.
I shall carry out all respects of my professional work with sensitivity to the multilingual and multicultural nature of the society.
I shall uphold the dignity and autonomy of the profession.
I shall uphold the dignity and autonomy of the profession.
Maintain harmonious interprofessional and intraprofessional relationships.
Maintain harmonious interprofessional and intraprofessional relationships.
And conduct any professional work in accordance with the ethics and standards of the profession.
And conduct any professional work in accordance with the ethics and standards of the profession.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Damane Sibonga Konke. Diosi Siasanga. Genukile Ntando. Shlengani Siwapiwe Zizo Amy. Mabukela Yanga. Madolo Ukuchle. Magaga Samkilisiwe Esetu. Magwaza Kamfa. Mapanga Nosipo. Mgilane Iyazi. Mjuleka Zozebini. Mkize Justice Nino Kwake. Mkovu Saviwe. Makiva Ovuswa. Ngenyana Siavuya. Mpatreka Lindekuchle. Msongelwa Banale. Ndambi Mkateko Jennifer. Rembe Cindy. Ngese Mandaliwe. Good morning. Hello. Congratulations. Just wait for him. Nina Awonke. Ngwandi Patisani. Good morning. Nomzinyana Menelisi. Good morning. Congratulations. Nondabula Nandipa. Nte Netrana Simnikiwe Ayabulela. Ntintili Awetu Ivy. Good morning. Congratulations. Ntlakaza Kanyisa. Good morning. Nunu Masikole Isaac. Good morning. Mutema Samantha. Pundulu Isona. Saba Nebayeke. Thank you. Safiti Sidwell Pongolo. Congratulations. Shusha Amanda. Siddiqui Lutrolo. Sikhutla Ayaka Linamandla. Changela Imichlele Lita. Charlie Sinasipo. Zingai Siakle. Zinge Amanda.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to award the Diploma in Local Government Law and Administration on the listed candidate. Basholo Pindile Decius.
Where's the portrait now?
It's not there. Graduates, please take up your seats. Please take up your seats. Oh, it's there. We have reached the end of this very joyous occasion. Please quickly take up your seats. Okay, thank you very much. At this point in time, I would like to invite the Vice Chancellor of the University, Professor Sakela Mhlungu, to present a token of appreciation to our newly graduated doctoral awardee, that's the word, awardee. VC?
Thank you so much. Just for a minute only, we're going to present this to Mr. Mda as a token of our appreciation. Just give me a minute. The camera people, you can come. I'm going to him.
Thank you very much, and big congratulations, Dr. Mda. Let's give him another round of applause. Okay, good afternoon. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Okay, I know it's been a long day. My name is Ntabise Ntaule Mjimba. I'm the Deputy Vice Chancellor for Research, Partnerships and Innovation, and I'm here to give a vote of thanks at this very jubilant occasion. In doing so, let me start with you, graduates. And first of all, thank you very much for choosing the University of Fort Hare. You did make that decision, and we really appreciate you coming here. And in doing so, I would also like to encourage you and invite you to come back to do your postgraduate studies. Yes, please don't sit on your laurels and think that you have arrived because you have that degree, you have that honors or masters. Keep going higher and higher. And I also want to welcome you to the UFH alumni. You are now members. Congratulations. Let me also take this opportunity to thank people that assisted you, people that helped you and contributed to your success. These are your parents, your partners, your family, your friends, and everyone who has basically been by your side to ensure that you do succeed. Let's give them a warm round of applause. I would also want to appreciate all the financial assistance that you received from sponsors, funders, NSFAS, National Research Foundation, your family members who contributed in many ways. Let's say thank you to them. At this point in time, I would like to say thank you very much, and I would like you to join me to thank your lecturers, your professors, all the support that you received from both administrative and support staff. Let's appreciate them. Yes. Graduations normally require a lot of coordination, a lot of organizing, and for that I would like to appreciate the following offices: the Office of the Registrar, ICT, Marketing and Communications. I would also like to appreciate security and ushers. I also want to appreciate very much the UFH choir up there. Let's give them a warm round of applause. Thank you very much, choir. You always make our graduations very, very special. We appreciate you. Now back to you, graduates. Is that time when you are going to be celebrating this great milestone. And I just want to say, as you enjoy the fruits of your hard labor, I wish you success in everything you do. Keep dreaming new dreams and pursue them with passion. Thank you and congratulations.
By powers vested in me as the Chancellor of the University of Fort Hare, I now declare this congregation dissolved. I request the congregation to stand. and I request the congregation to remain standing as the procession leaves the hall. I will request the university choir to lead us in the singing of the national anthem. you.